YouTube, what it do? Once again, I'm back at it from my 4 month hiatus, and I've already posted 2 videos, and I am posting my last one for the day. This is the another poem that I've written. It's called Racism. Um, Racism is so widely spread across the globe. It is so crazy how people are mistreated daily because of who they are, what they do, all of that. So, this poem comes from, I was talking to this guy, we was just having a regular conversation, and we were talking about how he couldn't like go to church, or he had a hard time with church or something along that, because he was stuck on, the race of Jesus or whatever. And how he was saying how the white man, you know, created Christianity or whatever, and did all of these things so that, I guess, to control, black people, and that it was hard for black people to relate to a white Jesus because of all the things that um, the white people have done to black people. And it was like a really, it wasn't a heated debate. It was just an interesting conversation or whatever. And so I wrote a poem because of it. And like I said, it's called Racism, and here it goes. We as a people have come so far in this thing called life, but not as far as one could or should fathom or think. Racism is spreading like wildfire into every aspect of our lives, even down to religion or spirituality, more specifically, Jesus Christ. People can't follow him or have a relationship unless they know his color. How dare people put him in a box as simple and small as his skin color? It's not the small box we tend to repeatedly put Jesus Christ in. It's really us that are in a box so we can look like we fit in. Your thoughts and actions say more than you would or could ever realize. You argue the color of his skin like in the end you will win a special prize. This so-called prize claimed so many casualties, taking over so many lives, trying to save lives, but it's the concept of relationship that truly dies. Does any of this sound familiar to you? I would pray more, but I just and must know what the color of your skin is, Jesus. Please bless me, but I don't know if you will because of my skin color, Jesus. How can us black people serve you when we don't look like what you look like or what they say you look like, Jesus? How can black people get past being oppressed by the white race if you are white, Jesus? What if you were hit with these responses? No matter how relatable I try to be, you are more worried about my skin. The world is getting worse by the second, but you can't talk to me because of my skin. I created different races to teach different lessons, but you are more caught up on the color of skin. I was beaten so you didn't have to be, but you decided to do it anyway because of the color of skin. Why is being superior so important to the inferior that are here today and could be gone tomorrow? Ever notice that the superior ones look lesser than on the exterior while they spread love, hoping for a better tomorrow? Just because people say they are godly doesn't mean that they are referring to the Almighty God. People worship their noun gods, people, places, and things, their idol gods. What's so wrong with having a relationship with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords? Instead of fixating on the color of skin, the mere thought of it should be abhorred. I get it. We live in a day and time where we need to see in order to believe, to have faith. You wonder why God doesn't respond to your version of control called religion. He responds to faith. People argue that you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. This argument stems from or refers to the topic of the color of skin. What if the enemy is using this to distract you or entrap you to focus on skin? You will forever be stuck in the past, never moving forward, stuck in what has been. The end. So yeah, that was that. It's crazy. People's skin color is such a huge issue in this world, regardless of the color of it. There's what people call, what is it called? White privilege. You know what I'm saying? There's even prejudices within our own races. Like there are black people who are prejudiced against other black people. There are white people prejudiced against other white people. There's racism within each race. Like it's crazy how it's such a minute thing, but people have made it such a huge thing. Like I was watching Jada Pinkett. She was talking to Jane on the Red Table Talk or something like that, and she was saying that the only race is the human race, and I feel that that's true. Every race, let me rephrase, every person on this planet, every human being on this planet has been through something. Whether it was tragic, whether it was unfair, no human being has left this world, especially if you have been on this earth for a good amount of years. Even children who are sick and they die from their sickness, they've been through something. It might not have been caused by, quote unquote, a superior person, but every human being has their own struggle. Some people's struggle is their skin color and being treated differently because of their skin color. Some people are treated differently because of their hair texture, because of their weight, because of their social status, their economic status. Nothing is off the table when it comes to people and their prejudices. Everybody has their preferences. Everybody has their own things. And instead of going against each other and bringing everybody down because of what people have been through in the past, it doesn't produce change. There are a lot of people who have made progress and have lost their lives trying to make this world a better place. People die trying to just get rid of all of this racism and discrimination, you know, but it continues because the human race continues, you know, and as long as there are human beings, there's going to be some type of problem. There's going to be some type of discrimination until people can realize that we're all human beings. If you cut us, we're going to bleed. If you take from us, it's going to affect us. If you kill our family, it's going to affect us. It's going to hurt. No matter what negative things we do to other people, it's going to affect somebody, regardless. Bullying, trolling, like, I don't understand. Why does it make people feel better to bring other people down? When, in fact, a lot of times people bully because they have less than. Because they're angry, because they're hurt, because they're going through something. So they got to do that to somebody else. But that just recreates the problem. It doesn't solve anything. This is a huge topic. And even when it comes to religion or spirituality or whatever, people say that religion is used to control. And I honestly agree. Because there are a lot of people in religions that are doing it to control people. I've seen it with my own eyes. So, it's just crazy. You know, if you believe in God, great. If you believe in Jesus, awesome. If you don't, awesome. That's your life. That's your choice. Am I going to bring you down because you don't believe the same way I believe? Absolutely not. Because your opinions, your views are your business. They're not mine. Unless you choose to tell me. Unless you choose to have a dialogue about your preferences, your likes, your dislikes, or whatever. I have no room, no right to judge anybody because I just have no room for it. Nor do I have the energy to do so. And most importantly, you get back what you give. And I have been judged a good piece of my life. And it was by those that I really loved and cared about. And it hurt. So why would I want to put that pain on somebody else? I wouldn't. So anyway, that's it. That is my poem. I'm going to try to do more poems. I'm not even going to say that. Because if I say it, then I need to be a woman of my word. And sometimes I don't always do that. But I try to. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the poetry. I do have more to come that I can read because I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. I'm trying to get this out there. So thank you guys.